Tony.
There's a break in there. Come on, break.
What's your 20, buddy?
Everton, what's yours?
Forward. What's Center City, Philadelphia, Roger?
Roger. What's the old handle?
Dollar 1, Comstock Kid, Roger.
Oh, 10-4 Comstock Kid. This is Tiny out here in Havertown. 10-4.
10-4 there, Tony. 10-4. Yes, I have the copy up there.
Oh, not too bad. Coming up here about a 10.
Alright guys, on the bench I got a Lafayette Micro 23, and it is micro, tiny, you can see here. So this belongs to Tino out in Missouri. So this is one of the cases where sentimental value takes precedent over, repair costs or whatever. He does have a budget, and we had discussed what that was beforehand, and basically just wanted a good working radio. This is a radio from his childhood, I believe, if I remember correctly, or something that he's had for a long time, and he just wants it working right. And we had also talked about getting a Turner +2 mic for it as well. So this one uses the older style, the Y plug as they call them, Lafayette style, original mic. And yeah, this thing is tiny. So it's a 23 channel AM only, obviously. This is a no frills radio, but let me tell you, this thing has some heft to it. It is well built, like many of the radios of this vintage. So yeah, I'll get it plugged in. We'll do some preliminary tests, just make sure that it is transmitting and receiving, and then we'll take it from there. We'll open it up and take a look inside. All right, stand by. All right, so the radio does transmit and receive. So one of the things you want to do with these old 23 channel crystal synthesized radios is you really need to check every single channel to make sure that they're all working. So when you have all these crystals here, so crystal synthesized, all 23 channels use crystals and different mixing schemes, you have a higher risk of having one of the crystals go bad. So in the case of this radio, 17 and channel 21 are not working. So chances are one of these crystals, maybe one or two, I don't know what the mixing scheme is with the crystals, but at least one crystal is bad on this particular radio. So fortunately I have the Sam's manual here for it, and I can take a look at what this uses for crystals. I do have a couple of Potts Lafayette radios here hanging around. I don't know if they use the same type of crystals, but let me go to the manual first, and we can see what the mixing scheme is of the crystals, and then we can kind of take it from there. All right, stand by. All right, so here's the crystals from the Sam's manual here. So this would be crystal complement. So we had no 17 and no 21. So when we look at 17, we use crystal 9, 14, and 16. And then 21 is 9, 13, 15. So the common crystal between both these channels would be crystal 9. So I'm willing to bet that crystal 9 is bad on this radio. So I'm going to go ahead and open up one of my Lafayette Potts radios here. I think I got a micro something or another here. Let me look at my Potts. Yeah. So I have an HB 640. That's a 40 channel. And then what's this other one? A micro 223. I think it uses the same type of crystals. All right, let me get that one open too, and see if we get the same crystal. That's why it's important to have Potts radios. I didn't think I would ever need this thing, but I saved it for whatever reason, and sure enough, it uses the same type of crystals. So it's crystal 9. So it uses the same type of mixing scheme. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out that crystal and see if 17 and 21 come back to life. All right, stand by. All right, crystal 9 looks like it is the 1, 2, 3, 4th one in. So 1, 2, 3, 4th one in. So that would be I. So that makes sense. So they're lettered inside here. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so I. And this one is marked 9. So, but it's the same. Sorry, it's not going to focus, but yeah, there we go. X9. All right, I'm going to get that one swapped in there. And hopefully 17 and 21 come back. All right, crystal swapped in. Hopefully that's it. Let me get it plugged in, and we'll see if we got 17 and 21 back. All right, crystal's in, and we have the 2 channels back. All right, we're on 21. All right, there's the carrier for 21. Let me go to 17. 17. We have a carrier on 17. Audio, 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 audio. Like 12 watts. Let's see what we got on 21. Audio, 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 audio. Yeah, same. All right. I'm going to get this thing recapped, aligned. The alignment is honestly not too bad here. That's it. 1 page. So, pretty easy. Alright, let me get to it. Alright, well, the radio's been recapped. Fortunately, there weren't many of them, because this is one of those radios where they took the leads and they bent them over on the other side, on the foil side, so some of them were quite challenging to get out. But anyway, it's done. Another thing he had wanted was to get a Turner +3 mic. Some of them are ridiculously priced. I have a couple, but you know, they're mine. But anyway, he found one on Etsy. I went to go buy it, and it was already somebody had already bought it. But I found the next best one on eBay. So it's he wanted one in good shape. So this is the best one I could find. You know, these are tough to find in great shape, and when they are well, I should say tough to find in mint shape, and when they are just ridiculously priced. So I was able to find this one. I think for the price and for the way it looks, I think it was worth it. We still have a really the cord was in excellent shape still. Yeah, so I'll end up just polishing up whatever I can, making it look better, and getting him a mic that will work with the radio. So I have a new plug. It's going to go on the end of this. What I'm going to end up doing is taking a heat gun or a hair dryer and stretching out one of these coils here, so that way it's just easier to plug in. Sometimes they stay, sometimes they don't, but I'm going to try to really, you know, maybe like a couple of inches of uncoiled cord, so that way it just plugs into this better. We'll see if it stays. And he's also getting the hi-fi upgrade. Well, it's called the hi-fi upgrade. Basically, you just take out the ceramic element and you put in an electret element in. That's basically it. It's got a little voltage regulator, and yeah, you still use the 9-volt battery, but it brings it onto a voltage that the element can use, and that's basically it. Some people love the sound of the ceramic mic. Other people hate it. Obviously, audio is always going to be, you know, your opinion. So anyway, let me get this in. I'll get this back together, I just recapped the one cap that was on the radio, on the mic, and we'll get it back together, and that's it. That's it for this one. So let me get this all back together. All right, so this electric condenser upgrade, or the hi-fi upgrade, is from R&D Electronics. I think I've purchased a couple kits from R&D before, but anyway, yeah, that's who it comes from, and this particular mic has the board in the head itself. So just follow the instructions for that. If you have the one with the, I think this is the one for the board that's mounted in the neck. Let me see. Yeah, there's two different instructions here, so follow the one that applies to your microphone. So yeah, there you go. Shout out to R&D Electronics. All right, well, everything's done. There's the electric condenser upgrade. It's almost like a rubber urethane style washer. It's got like some flex to it. It's not like a solid or a rigid plastic, but it actually keeps that element in there pretty well. I might just put just a touch of glue on the bottom there, just to keep it from just to keep it in place. I don't think it's really necessary, but you know, just the precaution. So the only thing left to do is to polish up this the little chrome ring and the two screw heads that hold it in. And of course, I'm going to be using California Customs, the original purple. I am not sponsored by this company. I just, when I really like a product, I have no problem in saying what I use, you know, or giving them like a good review or a shout out. This is definitely, if you have anything aluminum, brass, copper, anything metal, basically, this works good. If you have a Harley, this works good. You have a truck, anything. But yeah, I'll get that polished, and yeah, I just basically wanted to show the mic without just so you can see the that electric condenser upgrade. But I have this turned up about halfway, the mic gain, and I have this on 13, and we can actually hear the sounds. Hopefully it won't squeal, but we're on 13 on the monitor radio. Check, 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 check 1, check 2, check 1, check 2. Checking out the audio on this Lafayette Micro 23. And we are talking through a Turner SSB Plus 2 mic with the electric condenser upgrade. Let me try turning this up. I have a feeling it's going to squeal, but let's see. Check, check, check. Yep. Hold on. Let me move the mic back. Check, check, check. Check 1, check 2. There we go. A little bit more modulation now that the pot is turned up a little bit. But yeah, that's about it. So now, another thing you can kind of do with these, I don't know if it'll really make that much of a difference, but you can kind of play around with these little inserts. This is basically just to keep this, there's like spacer. It's just to keep this from, with the original element, it just keeps it from bouncing around, so. But you can kind of play around with these, you know. I'm sure you could probably take 1 or 2 out, or, you know, whatever, and get, you know, adjust the sound a little bit. I don't know, like, how much of a difference it'll make. I'm going to end up putting everything back in here and just leaving it as is. But I'm sure if you really wanted to tune in the sound a little bit better, I'm sure you could probably play around with, you know, any combination of these. Again, I don't know, you know, if it's going to make a difference, but something you guys could try, I guess. But, all right, well, let me get this thing on the antenna, get this polished, I'll get this mic back together, and we can see this all together, and hopefully some skip will come in. We have 23 channels, but if you just do AM, honestly, you know, there's really no, I wouldn't say there's no reason to have more than 23. Obviously, it's the best. The more channels you have, the better. But, you know, chances are you're going to be talking on 6, possibly 9, 11, 19, you know. So, anyway, yeah, let me get this all back together. Look at the difference. So, hopefully you guys can tell. Lighting in here kind of is a little weird, but one on the left is the original screw, and the one, I mean, they're both the original screws, but the one on the left is not polished. The one on the right I just quickly polished. You can see the difference. I actually took some polish to this. It has a shine back. It still has the little marks in there, but anyway, it's looking way better. Yeah, polish makes a big difference. Alright, we're obviously on the antenna. It's going to be a little strange here, but yeah. So it's such a small radio. $22. It's $23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry about that. Eight, 9, 10, 11. 13, 17, 18. Excuse my hand. All right, let's stay at 6 for a few minutes anyway. A little skip. Earlier this morning it was pretty crazy. I knew it. Sorry, guys. See what's on 11. Nothing. Let's check out 19. Just for the fun of it. That's 19. Not much going on. But, alright guys, that's it. I have this Lafayette Micro 23 for Tino. And this awesome SSB plus 2 mic he wanted. It's glad I actually found one. There's not too many worth buying, to be honest. But we were lucky. We found one. So, yeah, it is what it is. Thanks for watching, guys.